Traders, welcome back to another Relentless recap. As you guys are tuning in, you guys know the drill. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button, and if you're a new viewer, consider subscribing to this beautiful channel. So, as you guys can tell from the thumbnail, today is a green day. We are up $270.33. Although today was not the best day for me, I still felt that we kept composure and we put out a good effort with share size today. Today we pushed up our share size a little bit more and we're trying to be firm and, you know, cool, firm, cool, collected, discipline, right? All the words we want to use here with our trades. Now, at the end, we just didn't get the result we would have wanted. And today was definitely a day for patience. I think ultimately I could have been a little bit more patient with some of the entries and areas. But in the end, it was a valid effort. And all I want every day is to put forth my best effort. So tomorrow, that's what I'll come here and do once again. So let's dial in. And I wasn't planning on showing any archives today, but I spoke to Daniel from Discord, right? Kitty, shout out, pick up yourself, man. And he was asking, hey RT, please, man, I need just a little bit of archive. You guys know the archives are for MMU students, but today we'll show some archive, all right? So, context. This stock starts off around 6:55 a.m. It rips up, breaking news, pulls back, continues higher. Coming into the open, it's selling off a little bit, which is what I actually wanted to see. We're coming into the open, trending down. There's a good chance we can see a red to green and crawl back up, get a bit of a leg before this thing is finished. Now, the market is the market, and with that being said, there's a level of uncertainty and unpredictability at times. So whilst I'm expecting a red to green, I'm not quite sure where it'll occur and when. Is it going to be right into the open? Is it going to be on the third candle, the third 1 minute candle to make a new high? Is this going to rip and give that follow through, right back to the upside? Is it going to happen here or is it going to happen here? Maybe not, right? And so, I'm trying to be reactive towards where the breakouts are going to be. And ultimately, I ended up trading a ton of shares over time, small trades here, and there, here, and there, here, and there, and not really quite getting to position myself as good as I would have wanted to be. Now, with that being said, we still managed to make some money. So, I'm going to show a lot of archives today. I'm going to show a good amount. Let's come back to the beginning, right? So, and look at this, right? Like unrealized P&L, just this early in the day, we're already trying to get where we need to be, up a couple thousand, but not quite connecting, right? So here we go. In large, this thing starts off, it's pulling back a little bit. You might say, Relentless, what in the world are you doing here? Why are you looking to take a trade down here? Well, pre-market lows at the time, 289. Stock is coming down. I'm seeing something that I like on the tape, so I'm in, just trying to give it a chance to see if we're going to end up holding or not, right? We do make a couple of cents, and the stock does crawl back up here. So we ended up holding that low. Well, we made a new low of 92. I'm out, I'm back in. I sell for a couple cents on the pop, and it's going to try and curl back up here again. As it teleports down. Okay, let's fast forward a little bit. I think over 3. Okay, yeah, over 3, I'm going to attempt entries here. Break of 3. Can we see something? Okay, I'm in 2,500. And this one was pretty liquid, right? You could take size and it didn't feel like lag or anything. I'm trying to be aggressive here because I'm assuming that the breakout is going to come for the red to green to start. Okay, we're right at VWAP. Can we push through VWAP, get over 310, 315, and get back to, to business? So it ends up being us churning a ton of shares. I think right here, losing trade, pushes up to 302. 3 cents, unrealized. Is that anything? Not really. Right here, we stop out break even. And so, a ton of trades of us just trying to attempt where we think should be the apex point. So it breaks down here 92, holds up its levels. So I'm gonna jump in right here. Should have took more size immediately. I have to improve on this right here. It's holding up. I didn't take the share size I needed. What I ended up doing was waiting for more confirmation here to then add higher. Because I'm thinking we can get to 315 if I add to like 98, 99, $3, it shouldn't matter if we get the break, whilst I'm not too heavy too early. But the best thing to do here is to be in full size, 10,000, you know, and tight stop. So I'm gonna add right there. I'm at 5,000, but I still want to see it pulling away. Good average 93. Low of this last wick was 92. So this is a good trade, but we should have been in with more size down there. And can we rip through the highs? So I'm still holding 2,500. Can we rip through the highs? I'm gonna add back. So I'm here's the aggression. So I'm thinking in this moment, it breaks down, it holds up. It's now, because again, pre-market lows at 89. We made a new low, from 92, we went to a new low of 90, and bottoming wick with volume coming in for break of 3 for that potential break of 306 and then 315. So I'm 10,000 size thinking, yeah, 306 is going to come in the blink of an eye. But, and look at how fast we're back down. I'm selling the rest of this position for a loss. So, this is kind of how the day started. And there's a point where I'm like, man, maybe I'm too aggressive. I'm maybe pushing it too much, too soon. And I'm going to get myself in trouble is what I started thinking. So I eased off a little bit. Of course, when you decide to ease off is when the move actually happens. So it breaks over 3 this time. And I'm like, I'm more passive here. Look at this. So when I should have 10,000 shares again, look at this thing is going to rip up to 306. Granted, 306 is not really a big move, but still, there's 04, 06, 07, 08, 09. Where's my 10,000 order? My mental capital is like, man, maybe I'm overdoing it. Third try is the charm, and we end up getting like a miniature ABCD in here. This day, I tell you. So okay, I'm like, okay, can we hold up VWAP area? So I'm gonna try here for break of VWAP. This is what these trades are. Scalp trades for break of VWAP. If I'm in 10,000 at 93 right now, I wouldn't be in and out. I'd be holding, just selling some, and then waiting the rest to get the bigger move if possible. But I missed that trade, so here I am scalping, right? So I'm in at 8 right here. I want to see it push through 20, but there's like a lot of selling in this area, man. I don't know if it was getting shorted versus this high of day area 15, but we had a lot of selling. So you can see this churn up, 14, 12, 11, 12. It's not quite doing what it needs to be doing, which is ripping. And some people will say, man, Relentless, you're so impatient. And, that could be the case. And here's the move, right? That could be the case. But, on certain stocks, we go back the last couple of days. I mean, that's what we're seeing, right? So it does come down to market sentiment, the temperature of the market. So I could have still been holding 5,008 and now selling. Right? I see a big bid. I'm like, okay, let's see what it does. I'm in. The buying doesn't continue. It's like that short selling is back again. And, why am I being so aggressive here? Well, there's a big bid coming in high. And this is where I think short sellers should be covering, at least the early short sellers. Pre-market highs, like 330, I think, or something. So what some of them might have done, they might have added and said, you know what, I'm going to wait till the pre-market highs to sell, to cover. So when this big bid comes in, I'm like, okay, let's see this thing rip to 30 with some more covering. People are just adding short. There's no covering. I end up taking losses. Right here, what I really wanted was a pullback, a bigger pullback earlier. Ay, 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 man. Sometimes it's pretty close, sometimes it's really close, but you don't quite get what you want. So I tried for 16 right there. Okay, I'm in at 17. Can we see the bounce? It's not pulling away. So I'm like, okay, do we need a new low? It's fluctuating a lot right here. and support is down at 07. This is not a great fill. The stock is gonna fly right here. I'm gonna try and buy at, the bids are gonna drop down right here. So 16, 16, 12, 12. By the time my order comes, I'm reacting so late, and I try to buy 5,000. We're back at 18. Not a great trade. This is already a failing trade here immediately. If it doesn't go, I should be cutting this right away. Was that 5,000 or just 225? And I really shouldn't be doing this for this. This is for, and my head is my head in the way. This is for the students. The students are able to go back and just, like I'm doing right now is how we're really studying. So for those of you on YouTube, you're really getting a treat today, and we're pushing 10 minutes. I'll probably do 2 more minutes. There's one other trade. There's one other trade I'm going to show. Where is it? Okay, it's going to finally pull back, right? I think this is it. So it's going to finally pull back. Tell these stocks, man. It's going to drive you crazy if you allow them to. The way how I traded though, I felt like I should have been up like, at least 1,500 minimum. Like, okay, so we're in at 9 and I'm watching. I'm gonna eventually right here. I thought it might have flushed, right? But I'm still holding. I'm trying to hold, and be firm towards a stop loss. I'm like, okay, I'm in at 9. I'm gonna lose 6 cents at 303 if it breaks down. Is my stop right here, 303. But then, it holds 06, and then it's going to come back to 06 again. So I'm like, it doesn't want to flush. See, right here, the risk is limited if the stock does not flush. If I can be in at 9 and out at 303 if it fails, well, who cares? 3-cent loss, 6-cent loss, 7,500 shares, not a big deal. The problem is if when I'm in at 09, it comes to 06, and then boom, it hits 94. And then 90, I'm stopping out at 90, losing, 19 cents on what should be 6 cents of risk. So, whether you want to be in and out like I do or just hold to the stop, both works. The key is that if the stock just shoots past your stop, you have to stop out of the trade. Regardless of which way you're doing it, you can't say I'm going to average down, I'm going to add. If the stock doesn't bounce, you're gonna go to the depths, Titanic. So there's gonna be another bid here. I'm gonna unwind because I'm like, man, this thing is like, it's not bouncing. Like, where's the bounce right here? We already priced in a new low at VWAP. Where's the bounce? So right here I'm seeing 12. I'm feeling like, okay, maybe it goes. Nothing. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna sell 2,500, and then right here I was getting ready to sell the rest at 303. If it was going to come down some more. But watch this. I tell you, with this stock, look at this, 88,000 shares. Orders are already filled. So this is a real order. Right here, I'm like, yes. Saved by the bell. Where I was thinking I might have to stop out at 03 because we're not really pulling away. Saved by the bell. I'm back to full size. Time to go to the moon. Right now, I'm already thinking in my mind, Jupiter, next stop. 315, 320. Maybe we test 28. Look at what's going to happen here. Nothing. The stock did not do anything. Usually when there's a buyer that big in a key area like this, it's time to jump for joy. Ay. This thing, man, it comes down, I end up losing. It's going to curl back up eventually, but I mean, and even here, like, we were up 700 at one point, but I don't know if I want to say. I'll have to watch back this very last part to see what I could have done differently, because we just lost. I mean, I just lost. You see, I can, I just X'd out everything at one point. Couldn't buy a winning trade at the end right there. But anyhow, yeah, that was the day, guys. For the type of size I was using here, I expected to see something more. That didn't happen. So if you're interested in studying like this every day, you guys know I have to at least promote the course after giving all this sweet archive out, right? If you want to be able to study like this every day, and not just from myself, but from Marcelo, who is another, at this rate, we can't even call Marcelo a six-figure trader. We have to call Marcelo a millionaire trader and put the respect on his name, right? If you want to follow along these archives every day with Marcelo and myself, right, over at MMU, Merciless Markets University, you can. You definitely can. Where we upload our archives every day, right? Wrong button. Every single day. So be sure to get involved. And, if we come on down here, I can stop fumbling with my mouse. You guys will see that these archives are ongoing archives, ongoing red days, green days, everything in between, from big red to big green, not hiding anything, showing it all, right? Just take a look at some of these green days that we're posting up here, man. And like I said, Marcelo, millionaire trader at this point, 4K days, guys, 4K days, right? And again, red days too, not just green days, red days too, posting everything. Minus 1700, plus 7,000, plus 2100, right? It's all here for you guys to see every single thing. 4,500, 900, 1,500, 17, 10,000, 3,000. It's all here for the taking. 5,000, 1,100. So be sure to get involved with MMU that way. And here's another thing, right? This is much better than me live streaming. Me live streaming is good, but going back and being able to do this at every single area that you want to double check and see why I did what I did, why Marcelo did what he did. In the live stream, it's like you're trying to trade. You maybe are watching a different stock at sometimes than I am or Marcelo is. But when you watch this back, it's our full live trading here throughout the entire morning. No tricks, no gimmicks. So check out MMU. This is where I'm going to end this one. Kitty, I was convinced to show all this archive. So tomorrow we're probably not going to show anything at all in terms of archives. So this is a longer episode, 17 minutes. Hit the thumbs up. Hopefully you guys are watching to this point. The slackers that clicked off the video in the first 3 minutes, well, what can we say? The people who are watching to this point are more than likely going to be the profitable people, right? People who are taking it serious, soaking up all the information, studying up, and being better. If you watched the archive already and you clicked off, okay, it's a little different. But if you didn't see the archive, you definitely would want to be watching it. And I speak as I'm trading, so it's a little easier to follow along with my thought process. But yeah, to sum it up, with that type of size, we would have wanted a better day. But it is what it is. We did maybe, and what I'm gonna watch later to see is if I over traded at the end to give back. But other than that, it was a good day. Next time we'll be able to capitalize a little bit better. And when I do capitalize with this type of size properly, for sure, you guys are going to see a difference in the P&L for those bigger green days. All right. So with that being said, continue to trade smart, right? Continue to trade the setups, right? If tomorrow's we come, that's the goal. Trading smart, trading setups. Let's be diligent. Let's be on time as well. And let's have a good day, right? If we can be disciplined and trust ourselves to be disciplined before the next day even shows up, we'll have a good day. It's a level of confidence you can have if you trust yourself to be disciplined. And right here, right now, I trust myself to be disciplined tomorrow. So I already know it's going to be a good day. And that's where we have to elevate ourselves, elevate our minds to be successful in this market. So stay safe, stay green. It's been RT, and I'm signing out.